I'm in a migrant center in Costa Rica, about 12 miles from the Panama border. It's also about 300 kilometers from San Jose, a 7 or 8 hour bus ride. This is the location that people, third country nationals, 200 in all, were sent by Costa Rican authorities after Costa Rica accepted expulsions from the United States. In every case, people we've spoken to here, what they were seeking from the United States was safety, was protection. They were fleeing war, they were fleeing persecution, they were fleeing individual targeted acts of possible torture or of other serious threats to their lives or safety.
I was forced to leave Russia due to police pursuit in my own country because I was working on elections and I tried to reveal the fraud on the elections of 2024. I had a friend who got a political asylum in the United States and he told me that I can do the same. After we crossed the border, we showed our passports and loud and clear told about that we need a political asylum. They kept us, me, my family and others who asked for a political asylum for 1 month. They always asked why we are here, and I couldn't explain him the procedure because it was unknown to me too. Why we're here, I asked questions to the border officers, but they told us that they don't give political asylum anymore because they have got new president.
The U.S. president issued a proclamation that invented an invasion of migrants. He claimed that it justifies refusing to allow anybody an asylum hearing, detaining them, putting them on planes to random countries. People have described having their children sit for days without access to showers or toothbrushes. Women have said that they, when they were menstruating, they weren't able to wash themselves during that period. Everybody, men, women, children, describe spending periods of time, days, weeks, or even up to a month or more in conditions that involved overpacked, overcrowded cells, lights on 24 hours a day, guards waking them up every 2 or 3 hours for counts, for meals, moving them from one cell to another, seemingly arbitrary. A whole series of practices that are at the very least inhumane and often seem deliberately cruel, designed to punish people without any real process for crimes they really didn't commit.
They put handcuffs on us, on our legs, on our arms, except children, and they told us that we were sentenced to deportation without court, that we abused the law of the United States, and we never asked for a political asylum. They told us this, that we never asked for a political asylum. And after that, they put us on a plane, and those who didn't want, they also told that they were forced them, especially women and children. They threatened us a lot. And after that, they transported us here to Costa Rica.
For the last 2 months, people have been living in limbo, living in uncertainty, trying to figure out what the future has in store for them.
This is an unknown country to us at all. We don't have friends, we don't have families here, we don't have anyone who can help us. We don't know language in this country. The first 30 days, they didn't provide us any information at all. The only option was to go home for those who voluntarily agreed to do this.
For Costa Rica's side, although it's been generous in the sense of providing a shelter, of providing food, of providing minimum conditions of health, psychological support, and other kinds of services, what it hasn't given them is a clear sense of what possibilities they might have in the future, other than telling them that they can always return to their home countries. Return, of course, is not an option for most people in most of these cases. They would be returning to serious harm, to risk of torture, to persecution.
For Costa Rican government, I don't know how they want us to be integrated into their society without this minimum support. We need a place to stay, here for a long time. We need to help with job because I don't know what professions are. We need to help with language because how can I work or live in a country without Spanish?
The U.S. should take back the people it wrongfully expelled. At the very least, it should make minimal reparations for the people who are in this situation. The United States should stop third country transfers. These kinds of transfers are inherently abusive. The U.S. is conducting them without due process. It ends up with a system of arbitrary expulsion, and the consequences psychologically are devastating, as we've seen this week in Costa Rica.